album that I did. It's a little different, and I used, grab these two. I used the new Simple Stories Heart. And the Simple Stories Heart collection is about memory albums, bereavement cards, you know, how to say or make those albums for our lost ones or loved ones that have passed on. And I wanted to do something a little different. So I did use just a little sheet. You can use any if you have pets. There were some little cut aparts that I used, and you'll see them in the album, because I wanted to do a memory album for my pets. And I have a friend who lost a pet, so I'll be making one for her. And if you can see, there's a little dog tag with the paw. Because I have quite a few pets that have been in our life, and we've had them forever, and I wanted a place to put the memories for them, but I didn't want a really huge album. So I'm going to use a picture of Wilbert. He's still with us. So I want to just kind of give you an idea. But I used the cut aparts, of course, that were more generalized, and the paper is just beautiful. You can use this paper for any other projects. Here we have the stars in the sky, and just not use the cut aparts that have those sad memory things. And so I'll show you some of those. I also used our Prima. I love the Prima memory hardware. These are the antique metal. You have a white one and also the bronze. They both would have gone. I chose the white. They come with the key, and they are at countrycraftcreations.com. I love these. Excuse me. And then I did use the Color Philosophy Truffle ink, which we don't have right now. We are getting a new shipment of all the inks in. And the flowers were from the Prima Farmhouse line, Spring Farmhouse. And this was just one of the little, and it's not quite dry, is it? This was one of the small little sprays. There's two that you get in a package. And I thought the gold polka dot ribbon. So everything I've used is sold in the store. And I used the whole, everything from the line of hearts except the washi tape. But the washi tape is really pretty. And I do like their washi tape, but I do use glue behind it still. And it's fun for some projects. So I just look at those. Can you see them? It's like when you blow into the dandelion and they're floating down. I just love this collection. So it can definitely be used for other items, other things. But what I'll do is then I'll take the memories. We had a Dalmatian, we had a lab, and you know, the puppies that have passed on. Oops, that was Wilbur, and that's Wilbur now. So I will be printing their pictures. I don't have them printed now, and I've got to go back in and print them. So this is where you'll see the die cuts with a view. I took those little, they're like 1x1s. So we do have the whole pad of the pets, and it comes cat and dog. It's under die cuts with a view, and I think it's called the Playful Pets. And then I just cut out the little things that I wanted to use. So I didn't use a lot. So we do just sell the single sheets, and you can even use the journaling cards because they go well enough. So when you first open, so this is basically a folio, and if you've made the album that I did from the inspiration of another designer, Saucy album, the pages, that's how I made those pages. And then when you open here, so I just love the colors. And here's one of the cut apart. So always in my heart, not too related to, you know, a human passing. And I thought that was just really nice. No, 6x8. Sorry. I used 19 sheets of the gray Artisan cardstock. I used one collection pack. Your collection pack comes with one sheet of each design. And then I did use almost all of the 6x8. I love the 6x8 pad. And I'll show you some full sheets of it that I used in here. And the waterfall is made, so this will fit at a 4x6, just trimmed down barely, because this is 6 inches. And then you have over 4 inches right in this spot. So you will be able to just cut a little bit off the end and put full 4x6s, top and bottom. This album will hold over 50 pictures. And if you're like me, I've had plenty of pets over the years. And I did like this. It says remember, but I really didn't want a full sheet of remember. I didn't, like I said, I was keeping this on the happy, loving side. I didn't want sad, morbid, because we've had every one of our pets from the time they were either born or rescued till they were just too old. We couldn't let them go anymore. So I'm very grateful there. And then I just use some of the 4x6 cards. Then you'll have the pull-out pockets. And these, again, just trim down your 4x6s a little bit. I left the insides unmatted just for photos. And then this is something that changed from the Saucy. Isn't that pretty? So thank my lucky stars for you. And then I did pleated pockets for this album instead of just plain ones like on the Saucy. And these papers that I used are from the 6x8 pad. They fit perfect. I only had to trim 1/8 of an inch off of each side. Insides were left blank. So you can get 4x6 photos in here. And these, see the print, so you'll see the print is smaller on your 6x8. This is a full 6x8. Loved the graphics on those. Got the ink up there. Oops. And then they both fit in here. Plus, the whole idea was I wanted to be able to make envelopes. And I'm going to put, I even have all their tags from when they had their shots and licensing. And I will make some envelopes now to go in there because of the pleat pocket. And these two are also 6x8. You'll see the print is quite a bit smaller, but not like your 6x6. So I really do like that. And there's one of those not marigolds, dandelions. And then I just put one of the ephemera cards. So I did use the ephemera pack. And you know, on this one, I usually use stickers. I use this is all chipboards and ephemera. I use more of the ephemera than I ever have. It was just a lot of fun to use. And that's one of the 4x6 cut-aparts. Now you can also make these to flip up, and I'll show you that in the tutorial. The tutorial will be up next week. I meant to have it done this weekend, but the weather was nice, so we had to work in the yard. More of the ephemera. So you'll want an ephemera pack, a collection kit, and then I used one sheet of each coordinating cardstock in the light blue, and you'll see the different colors on the website in this kind of yellow and gray, and the blues. There's 3 different colors. And again, we have 2 more of the big 6x8s. And these were from the 6x8 pads. Oops, the matting. Oh, and I'll show you this when we get into the tutorial. I'll do it again. What happened is I glued the wrong side of the paper down. And so this was, you know, as if we were going to use the cut-aparts. And these 2 were really sad. So what I did is I took that little puppy from the Playful Pets, and I used my ephemera. And I just covered up those sayings. Same here. And I just put missing you, and then I can put the dog's name or whatever. Same here. But I left this one because, and I did cover it. You are always in our thoughts, our hearts, and there was something else, but it was sad. So I covered it. I thought, you know, I want this to be, I mean, it's sad that we lose anybody. And nowadays, you know, pets are such an important part of our life. But I was grateful to have them for as long as I did. So I didn't want it to be overly sad. And then here is one of those puppies from the Playful Pets. And then a pocket. And again, this is from, I only used 1. No, I used 2 from the pack. You can get a pack of just the journaling cards, which are nice because they're pre-cut for you. But the 4x4 cut-aparts from the paper, 12x12 papers, again, I chose more of just generic and journaling so that my heart again, so that it would be more suitable for pets. Gone but not forgotten, a little journal spot. Again, a lot of that ephemera. This is all the ephemera from the ephemera pack. And I used a lot of it everywhere, basically. Here, and no, I didn't use any in there. And of course on the cover, that came from Playful Pets. So if you didn't want to get the Playful Pet cut apart, you could definitely just go online, Google paw print, and you could definitely print one out. So that is my Hearts for Pets, a little different take on that bereavement line. And I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll have the tutorial up in about a week for you. And the paper, like I said, you can use it for so many other things. And one other thing, let me show you really quick here. Don't mean to make that noise in the camera. I usually use a lot of the sticker sheets, but I didn't. I'll use it on something else, but you can see because of the generic things here, you can definitely use this for definitely other projects, not just bereavement. So I thought it was pretty nice they came out with a line like that for remembrance. I don't have very many of those out there. So to give you an idea. Say goodbye so hard. Of course, from Winnie the Pooh. And I did use that inside here. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Winnie the Pooh. And so I did use that, I believe. I used the Dr. Seuss ones. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. And so sometimes I think we do that with our pets too. But I thought that was really cute. Dr. Seuss and some Winnie the Pooh in there. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough. And I'll have the tutorial up for you next week. The album is 7x9. Again, I used 19 sheets of the Artisan Grey cardstock, a collection pack. There's one sheet of each design, and I had some scraps left over and cut aparts. Then I used the ephemera pack. That did come from the pack of journaling cards, but you don't have to purchase that if you want to just use a cut apart. Some of the chipboards. That was the Prima antique metalware that we have at Country Craft Creations. We have the gold ribbon. Again, you could also have gone with silver ribbon because of the gray, and the Spring Farmhouse florals that are the swag. And that's all. And actually, you'll have enough left over for cards, lots of cards, so you can make cards for your friends and family. And I hope you enjoyed this line. It was really fun to work with. I'll see you in about a week when I have the tutorial up. Bye-bye.